I cried every day after my wedding until one weekend changed everything. When I first got married, I thought I was stepping into a fairy tale, but instead, I cried every single day. Yes, every single day. I would sit alone in our beautiful home, tears streaming down my face, wondering why I ever said I do. Meanwhile, my husband, he looked like he had just won the jackpot, and honestly, why wouldn't he? He had a wife who could whip up gourmet meals from scratch, kept the house spotless, and let's just say, I was a committed partner in every way a man could ask for. But me? I felt cheated. I felt lost, like a stranger in the life I had dreamed about for years. The first month, he noticed, he tried. "Sweetheart, what's the matter?" he would ask, his eyes filled with concern. "I don't know, I'm just not happy," I would whisper, sobbing. He'd hold me until I fell asleep, sometimes with surprise gifts, sometimes with my favourite meals delivered to our door. It worked, at first, but soon no gift could touch the sadness I carried. I'd watch him laugh on video calls with his friends, his eyes crinkling with joy, and I'd break down. How can he be so happy when I'm drowning inside? The migraines started, the sleepless nights. I was unraveling. Eventually, I packed a small bag and told him I was spending the weekend at my mentor's house. He didn't question it. He smiled. "I hope you find some joy there," he said warmly as he dropped me off. That smile annoyed me. Why was he so cheerful while I was breaking down? When I walked into my mentor's home, her husband was on the couch, yelling at the TV, completely absorbed in a football match. My mentor giggled. Look at him, shouting over a team that doesn't even know he exists. Suddenly, her husband jumped up, pulled her into a hug and said, "At least my wife celebrates my happiness." They laughed, kissed, and I just stood there, stunned. My husband did the same at home, shouting at football games, and I'd get upset. But here she was, cheering him on. Then came the moment that changed everything. As I tasted the warm meal she prepared, a tear slipped down my cheek. She noticed immediately. "What's wrong, my dear?" "My husband. He hasn't even called me," I murmured. She smiled gently. "Wasn't he the one who dropped you off? Shouldn't you be the one checking if he got home safe?" I froze. Something clicked. The next day, I watched how they lived, each enjoying their own hobbies, yet still so in sync. He'd laugh with friends on the phone. She'd get lost in her crafts. No drama, no pressure. They didn't need constant attention from each other to be fulfilled. And yet, they radiated happiness. Later that evening, I asked her the question that had been eating at me. "Ma, don't you ever feel left out when he's so wrapped up in his own world? Shouldn't couples be doing things together to stay connected?" She smiled. "Marriage isn't a prison," she said gently. "It's a place where two complete people can exist together, independently and lovingly. You don't have to be in each other's space every second to be happy. In fact, real joy comes when you can thrive both alone and together." She placed a hand on mine. "I used to be where you are. But marriage taught me one powerful truth. If you don't know yourself, you'll expect your partner to fill a void only you can fill." That night, something inside me shifted. I returned home, lighter, clearer, different. And my husband. He noticed. He saw the change, the peace. And for the first time, instead of just trying to fix my sadness, he invited me to share in the things that made him smile. Because now, I was smiling too. Sometimes, healing begins when we let go of expectations and start embracing understanding. Like, comment and subscribe for more stories that touch the heart.